All right, crew. So I told you that we were going to combine some brown on top of these bright colors, and I want you to take a look at what this looks like. Okay, so I went ahead and I added brown on top of that. Now look at these colors. Look how vibrant they look. That's because we are removing the top layers with the magazine sheet and combining them with some of the lower colors. So we are going to do this throughout the mountain. I'm going to add a little more orange throughout here. Right about there. In fact, this whole area there. All right. And then with a magazine sheet, if things start to dry, guys, I want you to add some clear coat. Now keep in mind that this is going to be a very colorful tutorial. I didn't want the mountains to look very, I don't know, I guess as realistic as they can possibly look. I do want them to look realistic, don't get me wrong, but I also want them to look very colorful. And so what I'm doing there is I am just mixing some of these colors. Now notice how I didn't add any green, but you can see green on here. That's because some of the mixtures are combining and they are creating those other different colors. It is called color contamination. I know it sounds worse than it actually is. It actually gives us some very nice looking colors, doesn't it? Now I am keeping track of where I want the shadows to be. For now, this bottom layer, this is going to be our ground, and as such it doesn't quite require a lot of fine attunement right now. For now, we just need to create the effect that there's dirt, that there's some slides. See that? Like this. And I'm doing this, guys, with the magazine sheet, a folded magazine sheet. Now, later on, we're going to come back on top of this area with some brighter colors. For example, white to give us our highlights. And I still haven't forgotten that we need to add a sky background. So to begin with, this is very important to the painting. And when I add the sky colors on top, guys, it's okay if I get some of those colors on top of our mountain, because we can always go back and remove them, right? Okay, it's starting to stick, so whenever that happens, a little bit of clear coat. And you're able to manipulate the paint once again. See that? Okay, so we're going to keep working this bottom layer, guys. And when we come back, I'll show you how to add some highlights and some shadows throughout it.